Hello, folks. We got more news about Subnautica 2 today with their first dev diary coming from the developers. Now, I mentioned they immediately told us that they have a lot of the staff from Subnautica 1 and from Below Zero still on the team working on Subnautica 2.
It's very exciting. It seems like they're taking a lot of what they learned. In fact, they said they're taking a lot of what they learned from Below Zero and Subnautica 1 and pouring it into Subnautica 2. Apparently, their team is saying it's going to be the biggest and most ambitious Subnautica game yet. So I'm pretty excited for that. That got me really hyped.
In the very beginning of the video from that dev diary, I saw a lot of them showing off Unreal Engine, by the way, but also them showing off hand placement. They're actually handcrafting the map, which honestly, I thought they did that with Subnautica 1 and Below Zero. But I think it's kind of still comforting to know that the world is being hand designed by them again. And it's gorgeous the first time. It was gorgeous Below Zero. So I'm excited to see more of that. But then they talk about the cooperative play, and they show off a little bit of it. What do you think about it so far?
Oh, I'm so excited for co-op play. From the minute I've said this before, but from the minute I played the first Subnautica game, I was like, "Man, I wish this had co-op. This would be great co-op." So I'm so excited to get into Subnautica and get that nice creepy feeling that Subnautica 1 had for me and share that with other people and let them listen to me scream like a little girl when a leviathan attacks me.
I'm gonna absolutely love that. One of the things I actually enjoy is that their very first devlog, they talk about cooperative, which tells me that they're focused on that. It's one of the main elements. This isn't an afterthought of, oh yeah, let's tell them they'll get cooperative and then we'll probably release it, later on. That still might happen, but I think it's highly unlikely. I think when early access for this comes out right away, we're going to have cooperative and it's going to be fun. It's going to be engaging. I can't wait to hear you go, Dump. I fell down a hole with the prawn suit. Can you come pick me up? That's if they have the prawn suit. But, like, we've all fallen down holes in prawn suits, okay? Like, we know how it is. And then finally, he posed a question. What would you like to see in Subnautica 2? You've played Subnautica 1 and Below Zero a lot more than I have. What would you like to see? Whether it's quality of life or new vehicles like they talked about or whatever. Like, what drives you to want to see in Subnautica 2?
Well, we're already going to have what seems like new vehicles, or at least redesigned vehicles from the other games. Already showing off some new building materials or new rooms, things like that. It's kind of cryptic in the video, but we can see a little bit of that. So what I really want to see is that creepy feeling again that was talking about earlier that I got from Subnautica 1. It was in Below Zero a little bit, but it wasn't as much. When I dove into Subnautica 1 the first time, I was almost afraid to leave the area where my pod crashed because of just the vat being in the ocean, being in this vast water planet, not knowing what's out there. I really hope that we get that feel from Subnautica 2 and that extends to co-op. I hope the co-op doesn't make me feel safe to the point where I'm not worried to go out. Like I want to still be afraid to make those first ventures, even if I got someone watching my back. That's what I'm craving from Subnautica 2.
Look, I just want to point out if a Leviathan grabs you and takes you off, I'm not rescuing you. I'm just pointing it out. Okay. But you know what I'm excited for? I'm excited for the new sense of exploration, the wonder, the discovery. We're going to be on the new planet, they say, and I hope we see tons of new creatures. And honestly, I hope we don't see any returning creatures. I don't mind if they look similar, but I really hope all of the, aquatic life and everything else are completely different. Of course, maybe the main alien guys who were creating this thing and made the virus and it got out of control, I can see them returning. But I think the majority of all the fishes and other things, maybe new versions of the leviathans, like different kinds, would be super cool to see, and I can't wait to do that.
We've seen a couple of little snippets from new creatures and what I think was a Leviathan in that dev blog. So you might get your wish on that.
Well, folks, this is our first take on the first dev diary from Subnautica 2, and we can't be more excited. This dev diary was quick and short, but folks, we plan on covering more of these as they come out. From the state of survival to you, thank you very much for joining us. Ta ta for now.
See you in another dimension.